What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are updating you on our street progress. We are completely changing the layout of the city and some big updates are coming. And with big updates, it takes a little bit of time to build. So we wanted to do a midweek update to show you guys the progress and show you guys what we have planned. I hope you guys like it, and I hope you guys also like the new studio space. So with all that out of the way, let's dive on in and show you guys what we're up to. All right, guys, welcome back. So if you've been following us for a while, you know that in our old city, before we moved over to our new place, our roads consisted of a few different layouts, but primarily we had the main thoroughfare going along the ocean front, and in the middle we had a median. Now, we used to have a monorail, we used to have a tram that ran on the streets, but all of that's gonna change in the new city because we wanna do a full train loop. So we went ahead and bought 9-volt train track, which was discontinued unfortunately by Lego because we really just don't like dealing with batteries, and we started building. We started with the intersection because it made the most sense to start here and kind of expand from there. This is one of the central points of the city. It's the main entrance to the beach, and it's where the main focal point is for the downtown core. So we started with laying out the track, making sure that it fit within the new median. We wanted to keep the greenery on both sides because we felt that that added a nice aspect to the city, and we started building. And we did do a little bit of designing digitally, but for the most part, we were laying it out hand by hand, and that is what basically added so much time to the build. But in all honesty, it came out really great, and we really like the progress so far. So what exactly are we doing? Well, we're doing our 2-lane Pacific Coast Highway like we did last time, or Coast Highway, I should say. It's modeled after Pacific Coast Highway in California. And in the middle is going to be the train track. I don't know if this is going to be a tram like the last city or if it's going to be some sort of new design that we come up with, but the goal is to have everything motorized with the 9-volt, and it'll connect the downtown core to the new terrain. After laying down the train track, it was time to start building the roads around it. And that included doing our Mills plate system, which if you haven't seen yet, I'll link it up above. We have a bunch of free tutorials on that, but we wanted to add a bike lane as well as add the wider Mills road plate system, add some sidewalks, and some other details throughout. We also, wanted to focus on this being an intersection, so it was important to make sure that we added traffic lights and other details that you'd find in the typical intersection. The last thing to do was to make the track really stand out. And for us, we wanted to go with the ballast track look. However, we didn't have a lot of depth or a lot of space on the sides. So for us, we're just kind of doing the black track. We went with the old gray because we thought that it was a nice contrast to the newer bluish gray, and that it added kind of that grungier train track feel. So we ordered a bunch of old parts. Again, these haven't been made since I think it was 2006. Could be wrong, but it's been a while. And we just thought that it went really well with the old 9-volt track. After adding the old gray pieces, then it was time to add the black tiles. And again, that just added a lot of contrast and made the whole intersection really pop. This wasn't the only intersection that we started working on. We also are working on some other intersections throughout the city, and hopefully as we finalize the roads, we'll keep moving backwards. There was one more thing that was left to do, and that was to test the 9-volt kind of as we went along, but also to make sure that, the smooth areas at the intersection and other parts of the track all work together. Obviously the track's very old, so we wanted to make sure that it worked properly, and we did do that before laying it down, but it was also important to make sure that the layout that we're building works for the trains that we're going to be using. So we did a few different tests and made sure the track worked, and everything was running smoothly so far. So we just really liked how it came out, and we're really excited to add this to the city. Well, guys, that pretty much does it for today's update. Again, it was just a really quick midweek update to show you guys what we've been up to and why there haven't been any monumental updates recently. It's a work in progress and there's still a lot to be done, but thank you guys for watching, and be sure to check out our city build series if you haven't checked it out already, because we have a lot of updates for you to watch and kind of see the city progress and grow. That's it for today. Thanks again for watching, and be sure to see you next time.